Everyone, just checking if everyone at the back can hear me. I'm not too sure my voice is as strong as the last presenters. Alright, I guess that's a yes. So, my name is Joan Banda, and today really I'm going to be walking you guys through a journey of a group of young people, many of them much like me, most of them very different from me. But it's really a story of how we feel that we've got a model for youth engagement and inclusivity in avian conservation. Sorry, I forgot to get the point. Alright, so check. Alright. So who are the Matland Chirpers? The Matland Chirpers, I think you've spotted some of these faces on the so we're essentially a club, a group of young people. We met up in 2019. It decided to kind of formalize the structure of engaging youth in bird conservation. So the club is an affiliate of BirdLife Zimbabwe, which is also a member of BirdLife International. And since 2019, we've really grown and welcomed a wide variety of youths into the whole avian conservation thing. So just for context, when we say Matland Chirpers, this is the region of Zimbabwe referred to as Matabeleland. So we've got Matabeleland North and Matabeleland South, as well as Moyo there, which is the second capital of Zimbabwe. So we are currently at the tail of that teapot. So yeah, welcome to Matabeleland, everyone. So this is a summary of our club demographics. We ran a survey which we had about 44 respondents, and these are the answers that we got. So this is the age distribution of the members in the club, most of which are between the ages of 18 and 25, followed by those within the ages of 26 and 30, and 15.4% are within the ages of 31 and 35. In terms of gender, we've got 46.2 females and 53.8% of males, which is kind of balanced. So this is where it gets interesting now. Most of, when we're considering the educational qualifications of our members, 48.7% are degree holders, while the second most population is A-level holders. So this is like secondary education, but not quite into college. So not quite yet sure what you want to do with your life. Yeah. And then occupation. This, just comparing these two pie charts, would also notice that 48.7% are full-time students, while 23.1% are the only ones that are permanently employed. So that graph speaks to the economic situation of the club. So since 2019, this is some of the things we've been up to. That was a World Wetlands Day campaign on radio in 2020. First time on radio for most of those guys. we really had a big impact. It's the only radio channel in Bulawayo, so everyone pretty much tunes into that channel. So we're excited to get a 30-minute slot on World Wetlands Day for that. This is in Kwekwe just a couple months back. We had gone to do some waterbird identification. So I'm pretty sure we'll be looking forward to working with Julian on waterbird identification. And this is a cleanup campaign that we did at the Victoria Falls International Airport last year. I think most of you guys have seen the airport. Yes, so we also got a bunch of school kids from Victoria Falls as well to come and help out with that cleanup campaign, and also educated them on wide topics on conservation and birds in particular. So most of them actually got to show interest, and it's guys that we've kept on engaging as time goes on. And they're also working with local guys from Victoria Falls just to keep breeding that interest in the children. Waterfall counts as well. So we also take part in the waterbird survey, which we do in the wet and dry season. So that's the January and July waterbird counts. So we also proudly contribute to that survey. So in addition to taking a lot of pictures, we're also part of the Black Eagle survey, which will be celebrating its 60th anniversary next year. We're very excited about that. Wet and dry season waterfall council and ground hornbill surveys as well. We've got a poster outside. Please do drop by and see what we've been up to. IVA assessments, education and awareness campaigns, global atlasing projects as well, and cleanup campaigns. So upon further discussion with the club members, we're really obsessed with the idea of enlarging the community and making birding accessible for everyone and building a community like most of the presenters before me have alluded to. So we really thought seriously about how might we create an inclusive and engaging platform for youths interested in avian conservation, also considering the dynamics of the employment situation and the age situation and really everything else that could vary among the different youths in the country. So we ran again that survey, and this is what the club members had to say. So the first big point that came up was the issue of accessibility and communication. We try and make our activities as inclusive as possible. So we've got in-person activities, and we also have activities that we do on Zoom, and we also have activities that we do on WhatsApp, and we also try to keep our members and even non-members included on social media, so that's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Side note, please follow us on social media and Matland Chirpers everywhere. So the outcome from that was that most of the youth are mainly comfortable with WhatsApp presentations because this speaks to the issue of the cost of data in Zimbabwe and also how unavailable most youths are to other platforms like Zoom and social media. In-person activities, I'll allude to that a bit later. And then the other major point was us having, like the club, essentially addressing the members' core interests. So we then learned from the survey that we did that the members were not only interested in birding just for the sake of birding, but most of them were also interested in birds and learning about them, and also wildlife conservation as a whole. So we always try and include talks to do with even trees, even bugs, even other things. And also a big thing that came up was the issue of mentorship, career benefits and opportunities, as well as networking and fun. So that was also a very big insight from the survey that we did. So upon looking further into the survey, we discovered that really why would youth appreciate such spaces, and why would you want to upscale the model such that more youths can fit in, and this is what they had to say. So it's really been a thing of mental health. It's been like the most common. It was the most common answer anyways during the survey that birding is a safe space for me. I feel at ease when I'm with nature, and I just love the bird calls. And birding and nature walks can be very helpful to people who are under depression and faced with mental health challenges by providing ecotherapy in scenic birding spots and also benefiting the company of people sharing a common goal. Nature is the best escape. And the gentleman who said that is also here in the Congress, so you can chat to him more about that. And then this was Ansel just telling us a bit more about how he feels nature connects him to the energies of life. Unfortunately, he's not here, but you can send him a message on our social media handles. Roderick as well, speaking to how birding helps him relax and recharge his batteries. So, like any other worthwhile venture, we've also had our fair share of learning opportunities. So we've grown and we've also faced quite a lot of challenges, which I'll just speak to now. Our activities have mainly been centered around the city. This is the most central and affordable location for most members. So essentially what this does is that it excludes the population that's outside of the city centers, which would actually be the ideal population for us to reach out to, because those are the people living with the wildlife. Because most of our national parks are on the peripheries of the country. So it would really be ideal for us to reach out to those people. We feel that is a serious potential area of impact. We would really have more impact in those areas adjacent to protected areas. And then there's also a lack of field-specific knowledge. This speaks to survey techniques and things like grant application writing. So if you would recall from the pie chart that I showed about the occupations that are there, not everyone is into conservation. So a lot of conservation terminology may be jargon to most of the group members. So there's a very big opportunity for mentorship. I think we have established the baseline that people are interested in conservation, even though I'm not doing it professionally. So what that leaves us is a gap to then mentor them, to teach them that to identify water beds. This is what you do. This is how you count water beds systematically, so that also our data can contribute to important surveys. And that way we've got impact. So in a very short nutshell,